started, so I just have it on for background. All right, we are streaming. I will.
Is my eating obnoxious or am I good?
Probably don't eat during the pod.
Start shuffling it down then.
What do you got?
Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, nice. I should make some mac and cheese after this. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
There it is.
And what am I looking for? Oh, the link so I can share it. All right. All right. All right. Let's get started. All right. Once you're done, you shovel in some more scoops, and then we can get started. All right, sweet. All right, getting started in 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
How you guys doing?
It's a good day to be a wise guy, Chris.
It's a great day to be a wise guy.
Great day to be a wise guy.
Most of them are pretty good, but this is a top tier.
Yeah, this is an extra
top tier
special
day.
And just like that, let's get right into it. We are 6-0 again.
Mm-hmm.
We have some struggling weeks, but we bounce back. We're resilient as a podcast.
We are resilient, and we said, like, going into this week, we said we love the board and that all these picks were so clear.
Yes,
and
we were like, this was the most obvious picks we've ever taken. So
if there was any week to listen to us, this was the week, and we delivered. So
and we told
you're
everyone
welcome.
that everyone should have bet what we bet, and we loved every pick. All right, let's get into it. I'll start off. KC -9.5 versus the Broncos. The math prevailed.
That was gross. That was a disgusting game.
Yeah, that was an awful Sunday Night Football game, which I feel like we've had a good amount of this
I
year.
don't know what happened. Like, early on in the season, we were getting some really good games, like really crazy, and the last couple ones have been atrocious.
Yeah.
I mean, the Browns-Ravens last week, and now we had to watch this Broncos team, which, by the way, like, I realized when they were showing the standings that if they would have won that game, which, like, obviously very low chance of happening, they would have been in first place in the division, or at least tied for it. And we just, like, constantly crap all over them, but they were a game out of first place.
I know. This team we talked about it, I think, last week. This team doesn't make any sense.
No, they don't at all.
I don't even know what to do with them. They beat the Chargers last week. They have some good wins. I mean, they beat they beat the Cowboys, and then I guess the Jets. And then the Chargers, which are decent enough wins. And I don't know. I still think this team sucks, and they proved it to me on Sunday night.
Yeah. They kind of remind me of, like, the old Kirk Cousins Redskins a little bit, where they might get, like, 1 or 2 big wins against good teams, and then the rest of their wins are against crappy teams, and then when they play good teams, they get slaughtered. And that's exactly what happened. It's a math pick. Like, the math might be working in their favor. Or against, depending on who they're playing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, they have a quarterback that really won't turn the ball over a lot. I mean, he did have 2 picks, but he won't turn out the ball over a lot. You have Teddy, he's game manager. I think that's all you really need to stay in the 6-6 area that they're staying in.
Mm-hmm. Do you think this Chiefs defense is, like, actually legit?
I don't know. They've been stepping up. I mean, they held the Packers. I mean, they held the Packers. I mean, without Aaron Rodgers, but they held the Raiders, Cowboys, Packers, Broncos, all under 20 points, and Giants under 20 points. I don't know, but I guess I mean, they did hold the Cowboys, so I don't know. But we'll play the Raiders again. They really don't have to do much the rest of the season, the Chiefs. They have the Raiders, Chargers, who they already lost to once, so they won't lose again. Steelers, Bengals, Broncos. I don't see them losing any of them. So they're in a good stretch right now. And they actually, I mean, they're 5 games in a row they've won. So they're putting up an impressive second half of this season. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Their offense is honestly what's worrying me more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. They're just a team where since Mahomes, it's felt like we always say that they have a bad defense.
Yes.
So it's like that's what I assume. And when you're not really watching the games, like I just continue to assume that. And then watching last night, I mean, it was against the Broncos, but like they look good. They're actually getting stops.
They can rush the passer.
Yeah, they can't. Which was what they always could do, even though like their secondary was terrible. But like they were always able to get some pressure. That's what allowed them to stay in games or keep Mahomes in the game at least. I think they're going to be Super Bowl favorites by the end of the regular season. And
honestly, they should be because you look at the AFC, it's wide open. We'll talk about the number 1 seed later, but I feel like they could beat any team on there. And if I was, well, you know, I am an AFC team, or my team is, and I'm scared of them the most. They're definitely by far the scariest team in the league on the AFC side.
Yeah, they're always going to be the last team that you want to play just because of Mahomes. Even though he hasn't looked that good.
Yes, I agree. But terrible game, and I'm glad it hit. The math prevailed. All right, your game. I mean, this was a given.
Yeah, but did you watch the end of it? It got scary at the end.
It almost didn't.
I mean, Brady does not lose to the Falcons, and it's usually not close. So that was the reasoning, and that prevailed. But that last drive, they got the ball back with like 40 seconds. They were down 13, and so there's no reason. Like even if they scored, the game was over. And they went down the field and were very close to scoring and covering, which
they wanted to cover.
Would not have made me very happy.
No, that would have stunk. If our 6-0 week got ruined by the freaking Falcons, that would have been terrible.
I know. And the Bucs had the drop pick at like the 2-yard line. It should have sealed it. And then there was like a second left on the clock. I was like, are you kidding me?
Classic.
Like only this Falcons team that we refuse to talk about is going to ruin our 6-0 week.
Well, you know what? And they didn't, so I don't care about them. All right. Bucs stopped them.
We'll continue to not talk about them.
Talk about Super Bowl favorites. I mean, it's going to be the Bucs. And I think I think Tom Brady's going to win the MVP again. Because
he should.
Who else would be the MVP right now?
It was Henry.
Yeah.
And then he got hurt. Taylor's the only guy that I think can compete with him.
And they won't
when
give
you're
it to
Tom Brady and at the quarterback position, exactly. And like they're going to be a top 3 seed in the NFC when the Colts, who knows where they're going to end up.
Yeah, Colts are weird, but they did their. Speaking of my next pick, the Colts, they did their job. Actually, well, it's not my next pick, but we already talked about them. They did their job. Nothing else to say about this game.
There was one of 2 ways that this game was going to go, and it was either a complete blowout or the Texans were going to beat them.
And it was a complete blowout.
And luckily,
such a blowout that our Lord and Savior Davis Mills got back in there.
I saw that he got in. I didn't watch.
I wasn't watching either. Honestly, I didn't know he got in.
Not great.
I just looked at this. I didn't even know he was in until I looked at this thing. 6 for 14.
I just saw.
Yards. Not great.
Oh, he played a lot. No, that's not great at all.
No, not great.
I thought that they just put him in for like a drive or 2 at the end. I didn't realize that he played that much.
How much did he play?
Well, just that he had 14 attempts.
Yeah, that's true. He had more
Must
attempts
have been in there
than
for a while.
Yeah.
What a travesty Tyrod has been this year.
Yeah.
Especially after that first game when he looked really good.
Yeah.
Like, the Texans might be frisky, but no.
I don't think they could ever be frisky when you give 8 carries to Rex Burkhead. All the time.
Oh, David Johnson was out, so cut him some slack.
I don't understand though. They had Philip Lindsay. They have Rolls Royce just sitting there. And which I thought he was on the Panthers at the beginning of the year. I guess he must have gotten cut. But I don't know. When you give 8 carries to 30-year-old Rex Burkhead, it's pretty.
Yeah, and he's your leading rusher.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it any better.
I feel for Brandon Cooks. I really do.
I do too.
This guy needs to get out of here at the end of the season.
I kind of feel bad for David Culley too.
David Culley.
Like
yeah,
he's got to coach these guys every week. He's not at like head coach material at all, and he's just got to say, "Come on, guys."
Yeah, what does he say in the locker room?
I don't know.
Guys,
there's nothing that you can say.
It's another Sunday. Let's go out there and play some football.
Let's just try. Most of you, this is probably your last spot in your career, and the rest of you will be traded by.
I feel like he probably walks in the
1 or
locker
2
room.
seasons.
He's like, "Oh, I see some new faces in here. What's up, guys? I'm David Culley, and I'm your football coach."
But they're like old heads that he knows. They just don't know who he is. Like that's what sucks for him. That if he was like a respectable coach, at least, and I'm not saying he's not respectable, but a well-respected former head coach maybe would be one thing. But like these old guys are coming in, they're like, who is this guy telling me what to do?
Yeah, I know.
They're like 2-10.
And they look around the locker room and they're like,
collecting my paycheck.
They're like, I don't know any of these guys. They're looking around. They're like, man, like, I can't believe this is a football team right now.
They're third in the division though.
I know.
I guess them and Jacksonville are tied, but they got the tiebreaker. That is really sad.
An atrocious division. All right, your middle one. The Stigary.
Yes. This was the one. One that I sniffed out.
You sniffed the shit early.
This might have been my wise pick of the year because no one I told about this pick, everyone had the same reaction, and it was, ugh, the Steelers. The Steelers are terrible, and I was like, yeah, they are terrible. But division game, I saw enough of Lamar Jackson the other night where I felt reasonably confident in the Steelers, and everybody else hating it just made me more confident. So that was a true wise pick, vintage.
That was
a vintage wise pick.
The Ravens suck.
Yeah, they do.
Now I think people are officially off them, especially with what's his name, Marlon Humphrey sadly being out for the rest of the year. That kind of sucks for them. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't care.
Bummer, I guess. Sorry.
The Lamar has been 100%, I think, figured out. Right?
I don't know about 100%. I feel like he'll have
95
some games here and there.
90,
80.
80%. All right,
we'll go 80.
We'll go 80. Because if you're a competent team, you know how to stop him. And he doesn't change. He can't throw down.
Well, he literally he can't change.
No, he can't throw down the field. He's still. I mean, when was the last time you saw Lamar throw a bomb? That's right. That's it.
I think the Miami game, week 1, either last year or 2 years ago.
2 years ago when he threw it to Marquise Brown like a million times downfield.
Yeah.
And he was wide open by 15 yards every time.
And they're all like, "Oh, look at him! He can't throw. He's pretty good for a
so
running back."
Yeah, they did the thing in the locker room like a bum. I don't know. I have no pity for the Ravens. And welcome to the basement. You're gonna have top 10 draft pick, so have fun with that. Because I honestly
they're like a top 3 seed in.
Nah, how do they?
AFC.
Well, I mean, they are right now, but I don't think they win another game.
You think they're that bad? I don't think they're that bad.
Look at their schedule. Browns,
Packers,
Bengals, Rams, Steelers.
They'll win another game. They'll beat the Steelers.
I mean, maybe.
And
they didn't beat the. I mean, it was at Pittsburgh. But
terrible towels are different.
All right, say they get the Steelers. Maybe they won't have a top 10 pick. You're right. They're too. But they're not going anywhere because they'll have an early January exit just like they always do, and we'll say Lamar can't win playoff games because he can't. So I'm excited.
And then where do you go from there? Like how many? It's like the Sixers where it's like how many years of the same thing and thinking this is the year do you go before you say okay, now what?
Yeah, I know. And this year you can be like, well, this is what they're gonna do. Well, we're the most injured team in the league. Blah, blah. And I don't know. They are the most injured team in the league. I'll give them that. But I still don't think even if they are healthy, they're that good. So
No, I don't either.
know. I don't feel bad for him.
Looking ahead to next week, stinkiest line is Browns. Minus
Isn't it
2.5.
Oh, I thought it was a pick 'em.
The Browns are favored by almost a
That is-
field goal.
That's nasty.
That
That's nasty.
to you. That
That
reeks.
Is a stinker. That is a stinker. All right. My last one. The Dolphins took care of business against the G-Men.
Mhm.
He-
Mike
I-
Glennon was
Never sweated.
far too inferior.
Never sweated. Even in early when it was, it was 10-3 at half. So ever since then, I was like, all right, they're not covering. I just knew they
Are the
couldn't score a
Dolphins
touchdown.
like? Yeah, that's true. Are the Dolphins decent?
I have no
Because
idea.
you look at this win streak,
I couldn't
but
tell you. I couldn't tell you.
they've beaten the Giants, the Panthers, the Jets, the Texans, and the Ravens.
So they've played no one good besides, I guess, the Ravens.
Maybe
which
the
we
Ravens.
just had a whole conversation that they weren't good.
Right.
Um,
So I don't know, like, and they're winning games ugly. So there's something to be said about, like, I mean,
they have
it's
a
the
strong
NFL.
defense.
You win,
That's the thing.
yeah. If you win 5 games in a row in the NFL, like, you have to be at least somewhat respectable, right?
I'd agree.
They just don't look good.
No, they really don't. Honestly, you don't have I never have confidence in Tua.
No, I don't either.
I think that's what it is.
I still don't.
I just never have confidence in him.
Yeah.
And
And they
maybe
lost
that's
to the Falcons and the Jaguars.
They lost to the Falcons. That's one of the games we probably never talked about. So, but
Yeah, so we definitely
That's-
did not talk about
that's
that. Or the
nasty.
Jags game. I don't think we
oh
talked
no, we
about.
probably didn't talk about that at all. That's nasty. That's
I know.
really stinky.
You know what they are? Is they're like the 5th grader that will play basketball with, like, he's got like a younger brother and he'll play with his younger brother's friends and like he'll whoop up on them, and then when he plays like for real against kids his own age, he just gets whooped. That's what he's like. That's what they remind me of.
That's fair.
So
fair.
I want to see them play a real team. I don't know who they play this week.
This winning streak, they haven't played a real team. So
No, they haven't.
this week they are gonna play. I think they have a bye week.
Yeah, I don't see them on here.
I think the AFC East has a bye week. All right. Speaking of the AFC East, speaking of the final pick
Last
of
pick.
the wise guys, this was for the 6-0.
Yep.
The Patriots
It's
pulled it
clutch.
off. They
Very clutch.
Once I saw the wind, I was like, all right, we're winning this game.
Yeah.
The wind, the snow. I thought about it. I was like, we're gonna win this game, even if Mac Jones doesn't play well in the snow, which
He did not play well.
He did not
just
play well. He just didn't
didn't
play.
do anything.
They might as well bench him the whole time because he threw
Yeah.
three passes, 2 completions, 19 yards, and this was the most frustrating win I've seen in a long time.
Yeah,
Because
that's fair.
I was
Well,
just
'cause you
nervous
couldn't
for
do
the.
anything.
Oh, I know, and I was just nervous for the. I was like, all right, when are the Bills gonna score? They're gonna break one out.
Mhm.
When are they gonna score? And when
It felt
when are we
like
gonna have to
maybe
answer?
there'd be a play where Allen would just chuck one up and somehow the wind would take it like right into Diggs' hands and they'd score and like take over. Because like right from the start, the Patriots had the big run and I was like, all right, that's probably gonna be the only way to score. Is
Yeah.
on big plays because you just couldn't throw it. You tried though.
No, they
They really
definitely
tried.
did try. Oh man, the reason why I was so confident is because the Bills have no running game. So I was like, look,
Mhm.
they're not gonna be able to do anything. At the beginning, they tried to set up a run game, and the Patriots were like, oh, sweet, keep doing it, because
Yeah.
it wasn't going anywhere, and no matter what, the Patriots were gonna have a better running attack. This was a schooling of coaching, absolute schooling. How
Yeah.
do you possibly let a team throw 3 times and win a football game
It's
in the
shocking.
NFL? How do you
It
possibly
really-
let that?
So I was at the Caps game and coming home on the Metro, I like pulled up the stat. Like I'd been checking the score, but I hadn't looked at the stats. I looked at the stats, and at that point, I think he was like 1 for 1 or 1 for 2.
Eh,
I was like,
the only
Are you
reason
serious?
why they scored a touchdown is because N'Keal Harry was back there for a fumble somehow. Literally, we gave them a touchdown and a field goal because of that penalty, that bullcrap penalty that was pushed out of bounds.
mhm.
Which,
Yeah, Nikhil Harry.
yeah,
You gonna cop his merch?
no way am I
Nikhil
copping.
Harry merch?
I
I think
kind
that
of
you
want
have
to.
to.
I kind of want
I
to.
think you have to. It'd be quite ironic.
It would be quite ironic. I kind of like now that I wonder if I could get one of those Newton jerseys that I have restitched. I could like somehow stitch it so it says Harry on the back. Because I got an Nikhil Harry jersey, I'd be rocking around with that all the time. It's become such a meme within the Patriots community as well.
Right, exactly.
Where everyone loves it. It's like, yeah, he does suck. And when he's out there, I was watching with a Bills fan, and every time N'Keal Harry was out there, which he was out there for most of the game because the only thing we were doing was running, I was like, uh-oh.
Can run block.
I was like, you're scared. And the people, the commentators, they ate that crap up. They're like, look at N'Keal's run block.
There he goes.
He's a real run blocker. They must have highlighted that touchdown run 3 times just to show N'Keal Harry's block on the touchdown run. They circled him, they drew it, and then on the 2-point, they're like, there he goes again. Look at him. And it's like shows him blocking, and I'm like, yeah, first round talent, baby. First round talent.
That's why I drafted him.
That's why we
drafted
Bill
knows.
knew. Bill
3
knew.
years in advance, he knew that this game was coming.
Bill knew.
He knows.
That at some point.
There is stuff like that, though, that you think, and then it just happens a lot, where it's like, maybe he just does know.
He really outschooled him. And the Bills players were. Do you hear that?
They were
post-game
they were
press
not happy.
conferences? They were pissed. The coach Sean McDermott's a baby. That man was crying on the sidelines. How do you get that? How do you get your ass kicked that much by just running the football?
I don't know. Did you see? I'm sure you did, but before the game, he had the Navy mask on.
Yes.
That was awesome.
But the Bills should have known it was over.
Yeah, all right.
He had the Navy playbook already pulled up.
Yep.
He
had downloaded it from NCAA 14.
Oh, he knew.
Just ready to go.
He probably got it straight from Annapolis, shipped to him. He knows him, and I don't know how this is possible in the modern NFL to let this happen, and it happened. So I mean, I'm not upset about it. The funniest play of the night. I don't know if you watched like all the highlights or what, but 3rd and 5. Bill Belichick goes out there, lines up. We're all like expecting, run at the middle, just like they have been doing. And what it turns out being is a Mac Jones QB sneak for 4 yards on 3rd and 5. So first of all, I was like, what the hell are we doing? Like, we're just trying to get Mac injured. I don't know what's going on. And we get 5 or 4 yards. I'm like, holy crap! Like, we could get the 4th and 1. He goes up on 4th and 1, lines up, same exact formation. Mac Jones QB sneaks it again, and they got it. They somehow got it. I don't know how I was like, this is the dumbest play I've ever seen in my life. I was like, Bill Belichick is senile and he's losing it, and he got it. I don't understand how it was even possible, but top of the AFC, baby. It's It was a long time. It was a long run without being the top of the AFC, but we're back.
Was it?
It was. It was a tough year.
A
tough year to not be on the top
bad.
of the AFC.
Year and a half, really, because like halfway through this
year,
year,
we were 2-4. We were done. I was writing us off.
Yep, it's so sad.
It really is a shame. It really is a damn shame. So now they've won. All right. I am starting to get worried that they're peaking too early. 7 in a row.
Yeah, you gotta be.
We gotta lose one soon. I mean, we don't have to, but
no, you should. You need to be humble before the playoffs.
We need to get a punch in the mouth real quick.
Yeah, you don't want to be the Ravens team that won like 12 in a row and then gets rolled in the first round.
I don't want to lose on Saturday though. We're on I guess not this Saturday in 11 days against the Colts. Big game. So we'll save the loss for like, I don't know, maybe we'll lose to like
the Dolphins in the last week
I'm
in Miami.
Down. That's fine with me.
That's might be an automatic loss.
We already lost to them once though, so they should be
that's true.
They
man, you guys got them in week 1 and 17 or 18. That's
the old
that's strange.
The old Philly and Washington schedule.
Yeah. 2 completely different teams at that point in the season.
Oh, I know. And what else that's all I got. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm still scared of the Chiefs, and That'd be my biggest fear. All right.
It's fair.
Other games that happened during this week. Kyler Murray finally played. He didn't do much, but he played. He ran a lot more than I thought he would. Actually, he did do.
Did he need to do a lot?
No, I mean he was facing the Bears, which is poverty franchise.
Why is he running 10 times though?
I don't know. He comes back.
Like I thought that he shouldn't have played in the first place.
No,
but
I didn't even think they needed him to play.
that surprised me.
I agree.
But yeah, I don't
if he
think
has an ankle injury, why are you running them 10 times?
I know. But 4 touchdowns, I don't think is not doing much.
What'd you say? Sorry, 4 touchdowns.
Well, you said he did. You said he didn't really do much.
No, I didn't realize he had 2 ground touchdowns too. That's on me.
Yeah.
So I guess he did do much, not throwing wise, but I guess 2 touchdowns on there too. So maybe not.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess they're good. Like I think we're ready. I mean, they did just beat a terrible Bears team, but
I still don't think they're winning in the playoffs though.
No, because it's
they're like a wait and see team where it's like, okay, let them have their fun, and my reputation is like actually staked when they play someone in the playoffs. That's the way I look at it.
That's fair. I feel like I get some hard Ravens vibes from them. So I don't know.
Exactly.
It's those running quarterbacks. If you can figure them out, they never work in the playoffs. They never work.
Rams next week. That's be interesting.
We had one more pick that we didn't talk about. The Lions.
Oh yeah.
We picked the Lions to cover, and they won. They won a game.
Beautiful game. It was like finally when they went for it on like a 4th and short at midfield, or I don't know where they were on the field, but if they got it, like they were probably gonna win. If they didn't get it, the Vikings had the ball back. And Goff fumbles, and the Vikings get it. I was like, this is the most Lions way to lose. But then the Vikings scored too quick.
You can't score too quick against Goff.
This
team is too much heart. This team is too much heart.
They do. Did Dan Campbell cry? I didn't see his presser.
Oh, I didn't see it, but I'm sure he did.
I hope so.
This was the only way they could have won a game this season. The only way.
Vikings.
No. Last second, 0-0 on the clock when they throw it. That was the only way they could have done it. And the dumbass Vikings, why are they playing Hail Mary when it's 12 yards away?
I don't know.
Everyone on the field is lined up in the end zone and not playing defense. They're lined up in the end zone just to stand there. If everyone's lined up in the end zone, how do you let a curl route get past you? It's the whole point of standing in the end zone, then.
I really don't know. But that was a magical game to watch. And this is why I love the Vikings so much. Yeah. Because this is who they are.
They really are crack cocaine. Because this would be, I don't know. We didn't sniff them out. Because the Lions, we had that pick anyways. So, but I feel like this could have game. Like people were sniffing it out. They were like, if the Lions, if they could win this game, the 1-10-1 is a perfect.
It's just a nice series of numbers. It is pleasing. It's like binary.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's probably not something you usually want in your record unless it's flipped the other way, but I love Kirk Cousins' stat line from this game too. 30 of 40 for 340 yards.
And 2 touchdowns, no turnovers, and they lost.
Yes.
Did they fumble at all? No, they didn't even turn it over at all.
So.
They just lost.
Justin Jefferson had 180 yards.
I know, and Madison 90 yards and a touchdown. I mean, it's not like people weren't producing.
It's just the Vikings. They're a beautiful team.
They are a beautiful team. They're a god-awful team. I'm just glad we don't have to worry about them winning a football game. But I really wanted them to lose. Not just because I wanted to see the Lions win, but because they're in the mix for that last playoff spot. Yeah. So that gave Washington an extra game on them, which is nice. And they have the tiebreaker. I was going to say it's basically last. 2 games. I was going to say for last, but you already started it. 17-15, 2 weeks in a row, baby.
You were going to push me to the end?
I was going to, best for last. Let you guys,
I see.
Let you guys take it, but too late now. Best for last, out of the window.
I would sell my kidney.
Come on.
Oh. What?
When did Wendell Smallwood? Who the hell is that guy?
What?
You're a backup running back. Who the hell is that guy? You guys have like 18 running backs and you're running with another
Yeah,
guy?
we got one carry.
No, I know.
I honestly, I didn't even know that he was on the team.
Sorry, I cut you off at your start though. So you take the wheel.
I was just gonna say that I'd sell a kidney to go to the game on Sunday, but I looked at the ticket prices and it's like obscene.
What
So
who they play? Oh, Cowboys.
yes,
Cowboys.
Yeah.
It's Cowboys hate week.
so
They,
they might actually sell it out this week.
When was the last time FedEx has been sold out?
My guess would be the playoff game against Green Bay, which was like 5 years ago.
Oof.
So this is the biggest game with fans that they've
You don't even
played
think,
in a
oh,
long
wait,
time.
I guess they didn't have fans last year in the Tampa Bay game.
Right, exactly.
I'm
This feels bigger
excited.
than that, though. Like,
Because
this feels like we got a chance to make a push at the division in a year where it's not completely terrible. They've won 4 in a row. There's, like, something to hope for. There's a fun quarterback to root for. Last year, it was like, all right, we made it here. That's cool. We're playing Brady. Let's see what we got. This year, it's, like, a little bit real. So we'll see.
it's a shame. Like this is a game you need Fitzmagic for.
No,
rea-
it's not.
You really
It's
need
not
Fitzmagic
at all.
for-
I don't
for the-
I
for
don't
the-
think so.
You
I am much more comfortable with Heineke.
you're back on him. You're back on Heineke. He's the truth.
I've been back for a couple weeks on him.
All right. That's fair.
He's I'm trying to think of the word to describe him. An experience is what I saw in one of the headlines after the game. The Taylor Heineke experience. It's not necessarily something you want out of your starting quarterback, but it's fun to watch. And you just don't know what's going to happen ever. Like, he'll come out and he'll throw a pick that looks like he just lost you the game, and then he'll go down and kick or lead them to a game-winning field goal.
Fair. I'm happy for your kicker, your new guy, whoever the hell that guy is.
Brian Johnson?
That's pretty sweet to get your first field goal is 48 yards long and wins the game for him.
Yeah. Well, it's not. He was like 8 of 8 in New Orleans. I don't know why he left there.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So he wasn't a complete nobody, but I never heard of him. I was watching the game with one of my buddies, and they got stopped on 3rd down. It was 4th and 1. He's like, "Oh, like, you gotta kick the field goal," and I was like, there's 40 seconds left. Like, I don't want to go for it because I don't know who this guy is that's gonna kick this field goal. So make sure they have no time left, and then hopefully get a shorter field goal. Obviously, if you don't get it, the game's over. But I was wrong. Hand up. Sorry, Ron.
Ron knows. He has faith
It
in
was
his guy.
terrifying though,
He has faith in his guy.
because it started hooking to the right a little bit,
Oh,
and then just snuck in there. My heart stopped.
I'm sure it did. It was an important moment for you. And
It was a big moment for me.
the
It was a milestone in my life.
milestone. How do you like? I don't know. You guys can win without Terry going off and having Gibson. You mean he did
He's the leading rusher in the NFC.
I mean, I didn't say been doing all right. He just did. Like, 88 yards is pretty solid. So I guess you have a good point.
They've actually learned to run the ball though.
Yes.
Like, they know how to use him now.
No, and he's getting.
And he's not fumbling, which is big.
It's good. It's good.
He has issues with that.
And you're still using him in the
that
pass game
continues.
too. So.
Yeah, he's a weapon.
He is the weapon. He is the weapon.
Once a weapon, always a weapon.
I'm excited for your next week. I'm excited to root against the Cowboys.
If they win this weekend, I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. Because I know how I handle losses. I don't know how I handle big wins. It's all just been building up. Where I said it 2 weeks ago, where every game has become the game of the year. Because they've just had to, like, when they were 2-6, the next game was the game of the year. It was against the Bucks, so it was like whatever. And the Panthers game became the game of the year. And the Seahawks, and now this one. Now the Dallas game.
This is really a game.
And it's against Dallas at home.
Yeah, this is the game of the year.
Oh boy, it's all I can think about. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle myself.
Be consumed.
It's shot. Like, I have all this work to do, and it's so distracting.
You're telling me.
You're trying to work, and then I'm like, I wonder if the line's moved. See if the injury report has changed. Let's check ticket prices again. Make sure the tickets haven't gone down.
You should check like closer to Sunday. See if the tickets
I will.
comment down at all.
I mean, right now we did something that was like we're offering standing room only tickets for $100, and I was like,
I think you should do
$100
that.
to stand.
That's you're standing.
You know where the
tickets?
standing room is though? It's
Where?
like at the top of the end zone,
Oh.
like upper level. It's
And
like the
you're
worst
standing?
seat in the house, and you're standing the whole game. I mean, you basically stand the whole game anyway. But like just the idea of being up there is.
Yeah,
don't like it.
never mind. I thought it was gonna be it's like seats. Standing is not.
No.
Don't pay $100.
No, it's standing room only.
Don't pay $100.
The only problem is there's gonna be a huge amount of Cowboy fans there, just because they always buy up all the tickets at the beginning of the year.
Well, because it's FedEx.
Right. Yeah.
it's FedEx too.
But like if it were a different team, I think that they would actually have a decent chance to have a good fan ratio, because people are excited and want to go. But the Cowboys drive up ticket prices anyway, and they've already bought most of them probably, so it might be ugly.
I was listening to a podcast today, and they were talking about the football team, and they go, I can't believe the fans are still doing HTT to the football team. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, because they don't have a goddamn name. You can't tell them to change the slogan when they don't have a name. Yeah. They have to say what they have hail to the football team, and that's it. And it's not even a real thing.
They have nothing.
They have nothing. You can't
complain.
Have nothing he was like complaining about them still doing the hail. It's like you can't complain about doing the hail when they have nothing else to do.
Fun. We don't ask for much.
Literally, they don't even have a name.
Whatever bothersome. We don't have a name. We don't have a real stadium. Like we don't show up to anything. Just let us do our thing.
Yeah, let them hashtag HT.
Trying to be happy for a little bit.
Right? God, that made me angry. I was walking home and I was like, ugh, that makes me mad.
I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Appreciate the empathy.
Of course. We'll move on to a divisional game where if I knew Gardner Minshew was playing, I would have hammered the Eagles this week. That's not fair. They can't do that to us.
He's better than Hurts.
Oh, yeah, he's better than Hurts.
Actually better than Hurts.
Yes. And they actually, instead of like having Hurts and trying to do stupid like running with Hurts and stuff, they actually run it with their running back, Miles Sanders. and guess what? He does well.
It worked.
So, like when you actually have a running back that plays the running back position, I betcha he can run the football.
Mm-hmm. It is crazy.
It's crazy how that works.
You do have to take it with a grain of salt. Everything just because it was the Jets.
Yes.
So let's not get too excited, Eagles fans.
I'd always get excited for Gardner Minshew, though.
Yeah. You know who else gets really excited for Gardner Minshew? Gardner Minshew.
Oh, yes. I think he does a line of coke before every.
I think he does.
After that game, I thought he was gonna break his dad's shoulder. Like, God, that must have hurt.
And it didn't stop either. It was like one big hug, and then you like stand back.
Boom!
And it's like, all right, round here we go.
Boom! Throwing haymakers at him. It's like, all right,
whoa,
all right,
Gardner.
relax, Gardner.
Got like 25 years on me. Relax.
Yeah, I'll be like, chill.
Yeah.
What's his name's? His name's like Flynn Minshew.
Flynn Minshew. Flynn and Gardner.
Or is it Flynn or Flint? I don't know, but it's something that starts with an F and it's kind of funny like that. But Gardner, what a character. We need more the NFL's better when Gardner Minshew is a starting quarterback.
Oh yeah. Just because it's another one of those things in the NFL where everyone comes together. Like no one doesn't like Gardner Minshew.
And no, even if he's in I hate the Eagles, but even in that Kelly Green uniform, I can't root against Gardner Minshew.
Yeah. I mean, I can and I will, but...
I mean, if he was...
I do love the videos of him being excited.
He's just such a nice... he's such a likable person.
Mm-hmm. And, it felt like he didn't really get a fair shot. Because he had he got a fair shot, but then he kind of got, done dirty.
Yeah, because the whole season, all they tried to do is tank.
Yeah. But, I still... Even though that they looked so bad and he wasn't that great, I still thought that he did enough to get maybe a shot somewhere.
And why did the Eagles get how did the Eagles get him? The Steelers don't have a quarterback. You guys didn't have a quarterback earlier in the year. He's better than Daniel Jones. I don't know why
he's significantly better than Daniel Jones.
He went for a 5th round. He went for free.
I know.
The Eagles got him for free.
Uh-huh.
And I think he's at least a starter in the NFL.
I think he is too. Not a
See,
top tier starter,
no,
probably not
he's
even
just no, he's
mid
probably
tier, but
yeah,
it's like decent.
a little below average, but that's better than most teams have. Freaking the Panthers are starting Cam Newton again. So
Giants trotted out Mike Glennon.
yeah, exactly. God, and they just signed Drake Fromm. I kind of want Jake Fromm to play.
Jake Fry. I thought he was starting this week.
He is unless Jones gets cleared, but I hope he starts and
Okay.
plays because that's another guy. It's like
I would love for him to start.
right, he's never played. Let's see what he has to do. Let's see his shots.
Oh, he'll look terrible on the Giants though.
No, I mean, it's the Giants. All of them look. It doesn't matter what quarterback you put back there. He'll look terrible on the Giants.
Yeah.
All right.
But I would love to see him play.
I'd like to see him play too. Cowboy. No, that's Thursday. What am I talking about? Chargers Bengals. The game it turned out exactly how I expected because I didn't know.
Right. It was like kind of surprising that the Bengals got steamrolled, but like at the same time we had no idea what was going to happen, so it wasn't surprising.
Yes. We didn't know what to expect, so everything worked out. And
yeah.
Where was this Chargers team for the past like 3 weeks? I guess they.
I mean, is that like
the
is that an answerable question, or
no? It's not.
You just attribute it to the fact that they're the Chargers.
Yes, I'm just adding the fact that they're Chargers. I look at the schedule. I feel like every week, and it doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense.
They're the biggest stay away team ever.
Yes. Yeah, 20 points against the Vikings, 6 points against the Chargers, and then you pull out 31 against the Steelers and 31 against the Bengals, and then 13 against the Broncos. If you ever see me start typing the Chargers in Wise Picks,
I'll stop it.
Please delete it for me. Be like, remember what we talked about.
Yeah.
I need to go to Chargers rehab because this game, like, if this was any other week, and I'm becoming aware. If I wasn't becoming aware, I'd be like, Chargers next week, baby. Let's eat it up. I'm ready for it. I can't stand this team.
I think there was a stretch last year where I went like 3-4 weeks in a row picking against the Chargers every week. The spread, at least, because I was like, I know the spread was always too big, and you knew that they were going to find some way to blow the game. I think I hit like at least 2 or 3 of the picks.
I almost because I was gonna say last game of the week, Chargers not Chargers, Niners and Seahawks, but I almost forgot about the Jags again. They played a football game and they lost, so
all right. So we did talk about the Rams saying that they needed this as a get right game, and they got it.
Yeah, they got.
So that is pretty big.
They got right. They did what they needed to do. Stafford looked good. Sony Michel was eating. When I saw like, because I saw the Patriots. I follow a bunch of Patriots fan accounts. You know how it is if you're a football fan on Instagram. And they were showing a Rams highlight. I was like, what are they showing a Rams highlight for? And then I looked and I was like, Sony's getting a touchdown. I was so pumped. I'm happy for my guy. And yeah, Cooper Kupp does his thing. Wasn't enough for me in fantasy, sadly. And OBJ got another tutty. So cool. You see his little self-revive? That was kind of funny.
OBJ?
Yeah.
Did not see that.
After the game, he did like the old, what is it, Warzone self-revive? I don't know.
No.
I'm not.
Nice, I guess.
Yeah, it was cool. I guess it was cool. All right. But other than that, I don't care about that game. Seahawks Niners. Man, when you take.
I said I like the Seahawks. I said it. Remember? I said it.
Yes, you did say you like the Seahawks.
Saying, told you the Niners aren't good. Yes, love it when they lose. It makes me look so good.
The Seahawks make no sense.
I know.
Now they're trotting out Adrian Peterson. I mean, this team's a wreck.
They are a wreck.
Good for AP though. That should be the new goal.
I mean,
AP should just go each week, team to team, and just give him a touchdown.
Score a touchdown. Yeah.
Because then
he'll have 32 jerseys hanging up in his mansion.
Yeah, I'd be like, I got a touchdown.
And he's like, score a touchdown in all of these jerseys. Yep. So it's like, oh, sick, dude.
Cool.
You're like 50 years old.
Nice, Gramps. The best part about every time he scores a touchdown, he breaks some record. So it's like that was the best part. And what I was thinking about is like it adds history to your team. It's like you might be a Seahawks fan. You're like, well, this season was worthless and we suck. But hey, we were the ones that had the 126th touchdown. For
I'm sure he broke some record while he was in Washington too.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
So he was there for
He was there
a
for a
solid
whole
year.
2 year, right? Or was it 1
Was
year?
it 2 years?
He might have gotten cut at the start of the second year.
I can't remember if he played a second year and then got cut, or if he got cut a second year. But yeah, he was like good too.
He was good because I remember when he got cut,
Yeah,
a lot of
people did not
Washington
like
fans
that.
were not happy.
No. Well, they also had the Twitter debacle where they like posted one of his highlights from training camp, and then like the next
Yeah,
thing
the
was
next day
we
they
have to
cut
cut
him.
Adrian
Yeah.
Peterson.
Yeah, they were like
Yeah.
AP looking nice or something like that.
Yeah, right.
2
It's
days
like, yeah,
later, he
looking
got cut.
nice on the streets.
Looking nice on the Lions.
Yeah, right.
All right. Other than that, I mean, no Deebo Samuel's. The Niners team's in shambles without him. So that's all I got.
Yeah,
to say.
that is true.
And
Kittle though, I mean, Kittle's back.
Kittle is back. He needs to be back.
He
I haven't
does. It's way more fun when
Yeah.
Kittle's making plays.
It's and I feel like I haven't seen him make plays in forever.
Mm-mm.
So I'm glad.
Yeah, he's hurt too much,
He is hurt too much.
or they just don't use him.
Yeah, probably the latter, or not. Probably the former, I guess, not the latter.
Yeah.
All right, that does it because I don't care about either of those teams, anyways. Anything we missed? Any teams we forgot about? No, because we were forced to talk about the Falcons, so I guess we didn't miss anyone. Thursday sucks.
I think you're wrong. I think Thursday's a great game.
You think it's exciting?
I think it's very exciting.
Is this this is the last Big Ben Thursday Night Football? Also, let's talk about that. That came out later in the week. Oh, this is gonna be Big Ben's last season in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Who the hell didn't think it was going to be? Like, who was like, man, I can't wait for Big Ben to improve next year.
Now it's like Ben saying it though, right? Like that's what the report
That's
was.
just pity.
Yeah.
He just wants pity.
Oh yeah, he's always wants pity. He's like, all right, I faked every single injury in the book, so now it's
finally
time
time
to actually
retire.
like, or at least pretend like I'm retiring. He'll be
The
back.
best,
I
the
think.
best is when they use the language last year on the Steelers, because then it gets Scheffner saying, not that he's gonna retire, that either retire or maybe play on another team. Like, all right, whatever. Like, no,
Who's gonna want?
no
Ben
team is
Roethlisberger?
that desperate that they're like, all right, we'll bring in Big Ben.
Yeah.
At least I hope not. I feel bad for your franchise if they have to consider bringing in Big Ben Roethlisberger.
I think there's a 25% chance that this is actually his last season. I think he's definitely back.
He's ready. Yeah, I mean, he's
He
been saying he wants
has
to
to
retire
have
for
the attention.
years.
Exactly.
I remember my buddy, who's a Steelers fan, we sent a post from 4 years ago. It was like, maybe it was like 6 at this point. They're like, Big Ben Roethlisberger's considering retirement at the end of the season. So it's the same thing every year. It's like Favre. He's back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But it's like, the league's more fun when Ben's in.
Yeah, because you can see him fumble around and fall. Like the highlight
He's
video of him like
awesome.
trying to throw the football and he falls is hilarious. Who doesn't want to see that? So I agree, the league is more fun. But if they came out and they were like, "All right, I'm sorry, Ben, it's Simba time on Thursday," I'd be so pumped for this game. This game would be on the top of my watch list.
Yeah. I would not be doing anything else that night.
No. What sucks is I got a chem test the next day, so I won't be doing anything. Anyways, this is torture. Think about it. My chem test Friday already sucks. Guess what time? Granted,
It's at night, if I remember
they're
correctly.
normally at 6 o'clock. Normally.
Okay.
But they changed the time. Guess what time they changed it to?
What, 8?
7:30 on a Friday night. Well, this is ridiculous. And it's like a 2-hour test. I'll be done by like 9.
Yeah, that's depressing. I mean, I've been in the library like on a Friday at 7, and it's a horrible place to be. So I can only imagine what it's like to be taking an exam.
That's gonna suck. I'm not looking forward to that whatsoever.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
That's all right.
And Halo too, right?
Yes, I am losing
while
my
you're down.
mind. I am losing my mind. Halo comes out tomorrow. The last Halo that came out 6 years ago, I beat on the first day it came out. That's how much I wanted to play it. It's been 6 years. And I'm not going to be able to play it until Saturday.
I have to wait 2 whole days.
I'm depressed.
Such a shame.
Depressed. It's and I gotta start like packing because I'll be home. I'll be home Monday, so come next Tuesday pod. I'll be home. So
that's big.
It's big. I haven't been home since August, so it's pretty big. All right. Well, I think that's all we got. Oh, you want to talk about Josh Jacobs real quick before we head out? That
man has the strongest seed of anybody.
If you haven't seen, according to sources, he has 8 kids with 8 different wives, with a 9th coming. Considering
is the ninth and 8 another woman, or is it one of the previous 8 that he's?
I would hope he hasn't given up. If he's having a 9th kid, he might as well have a different woman too.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I thought you were saying the other thing that.
No. I hope he hasn't. It should be another woman every time. If you're already 8
he
deep,
should go for
Yeah, he should go for 10. Try to get the.
What's another one?
Yeah, what's another one?
He's 23.
I know.
That's so many kids to have.
He's 23, and he sucks, and he's a running back, so he will be broke. In literally a year.
He's literally gonna be on the streets.
He will be on the streets, which sucks.
So sad.
It is sad. He's screwed himself because
I know.
What I don't know.
You'd think after the 3rd one, you'd be like, oh, maybe I'll wear a condom this time. Honestly, right?
Yeah, maybe it's the 3rd different woman. You already got 2 kids, and you're like. You're sitting there and you're like, it's worth the risk. Let's try.
Yeah.
He's probably. I'm sure after 2, he was probably like, what's the point of a 3rd? You know?
Yeah. Right.
What's the difference? The poor guy's gonna be broke.
Quite the ordeal to be in, but all his fault at the same time. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was which Camardi was it? It has a billion kids. Antonio?
Yes. Yeah, Antonio Camardi.
How many kids does he have? He has 14 kids with 8 women.
14.
So that's a
Josh
Jacobs might try to break the Camardi mark.
Let's break the record. I think he should. See, if he was a class act, he would have 9 kids with 1 woman like Phillip Rivers. He was classy. He would.
Well, at least then it's
dude, he's in Vegas too. He's screwed.
Yeah, and it's never gonna end.
And at this point, I mean, he's got 9 kids. He's probably got AIDS too. He's in Vegas, hitting it raw like that all the time. He's gotta have some sort of STD by this point.
Yeah.
God, what
poor kids.
This guy, yeah, those
kids are the true victims.
Yeah, they are the true victims.
So send one up for the kids that don't even know what they're getting into.
No, I don't think these wives do either. Ooh, I got a football player.
They're not wives. You keep using that word. Right. They're not. They're definitely not wives. Unless he's just eliminating monogamy and saying he's Genghis Khan and is just gonna have
he will have an army of kids like Genghis Khan. Oh, the Mongols run by Josh Jacobs.
Right.
He's the leader. All right, these poor women are thinking they're gonna get this bank from this guy, not realizing there's 7 other women lined up for a paycheck, and he's not gonna be able to cash it.
Can you imagine being Josh Jacobs' lawyer? And
or his
trying
agent?
To figure this all out? Yeah.
His agent's dude, I gotta make sure your next contract
ever.
is insane, because he's gonna go to the Raiders and be like, man, I got 9 kids, please,
yeah,
please give me a contract. He's lucky he's a 1st-round pick, or else he'd have nothing.
Yeah,
he really would have
true.
nothing.
That signing bonus is gone by now.
No,
that's for sure.
He needs to improve his play on the field, or else he's not gonna have enough money.
Yeah, he's literally done.
That's a rip. That's definitely a rip.
It's a big rip.
Glad I'm not.
One more thing before we go. My roommate texted me and said Zion is 330 pounds. Add that to the podcast. Have you seen the commercial?
The newest Zion commercial is ridiculous. Not Zion commercial, the Zion picture. Have you seen it? Him walking in the arena?
Yes. But the commercial, it came on, and I literally said, I was like, is that Zion, or is that a fat guy pretending to be Zion? I honestly didn't know. It's so bad.
It really is. It's horrendous. He looks. When you look up Zion, I forget the guy's name. You know the guy, the one who's like sitting in the gym and he's chucking him. Yeah, I'll just send a picture. This is what comes up when you search up Zion. I looked up Zion fat pic.
Oh yeah.
This guy pulls up. It looks bad, man. Really, really bad. And are you talking about the NBA commercial with Michael Jordan and the bus? And he's like, Zion comes over and like smashes the rim.
No, he's sitting on the couch like playing video games.
Oh, with us. Yes, the Mountain Dew one. He should not. If I was his agent, I'd be like, "What are you doing taking a Mountain Dew deal? They already make fun of you."
He looks gigantic in this picture.
Yes, in that video. I have the picture.
It's hard to believe.
And if you see him next to the guy, Zach LaVine, who's an actual NBA weight. It's like, holy crap. I just sent you the picture. This needs to go in the collection.
I love his face, too.
Oh, he's focused. He's dialed in. On whatever 2K they're playing, he's dialed in. And he did not look fat in college.
No.
And they were still saying he needed to lose weight.
Worried that he would get big. And fortunately, that concern has proved very valid.
He doesn't even look like the same person.
Star in hilarious commercial. Yeah, it's
real funny, Zion.
It's pretty funny.
Do you think he's doing this on purpose?
I think there's more money to be made in being a fit basketball player than there is to being a fat one. So
I'd rather be fit and playing in New Orleans than fat and never getting an NBA contract. Like, right?
It's such a travesty because he literally was supposed to be like LeBron James. Like, he was the biggest #1 pick since LeBron James.
I know.
Right?
I know. And that's honestly, that's what I hate about this era of, I guess, basketball. Like, he should be the savior for New Orleans right now. And he's not playing because he's fat. And he's not playing because he's fat. And he's complaining about being on the Pelicans. It's like, you were the #1 pick for a reason, dude. If you didn't want to be on a shitty team, play worse in college. Right? If you want to be on a better team, play worse in college. Because, dude, why is he so fat?
Do you think he's trying to pull a Harden and, like, literally eat his way out of town?
Who's going to want to trade for him?
I don't know.
Who's going to be like, we will send you the house for Fat Zion. We want... I will give you everything for Fat Zion.
All right, this is just getting mean at this point. We're just fat shaming at this point.
He's an NBA player. He should be fat shamed. He's an NBA athlete. He gets paid to do one thing. Well, I guess two things: stay fit, play basketball. And right now he's not doing either. And he's still getting goddamn paid by Mountain Dew. Must be nice to go to Duke. God, it must be nice.
There's gonna be a lot of money for him in endorsement deals from Tostitos and Taco Bell,
Doritos. I mean,
wherever he wants it.
I think he has a Twinkie ad. If he has a Twinkie ad, I'll lose my mind.
That can't be real. I haven't seen a Twinkie ad.
Let's see. Does he have a Twinkie deal?
No way.
No, all right. I thought he did. But he does. The fact that he has a Mountain Dew commercial is ridiculous.
I know. It's not a great look.
It's not a great look at all. It's an awful look. And it's funny because, like, the way he's sitting just makes me, like, I know he doesn't care. In that Mountain Dew commercial.
He's got the fat guy, like...
He's got the fat guy sit, yeah.
Like, this grumpy guy who, like, all he wants is McDonald's all the time.
And plays 2K.
He's gonna be on, like, My 600 Pound Life.
All right.
Now we're
getting to bullying. Now we're definitely...
Come on. I tried to put a stop to it. You let it continue.
This is the best picture of it. Like, look at that. He's locked in this picture. Actually, the one that I sent before is even better, but this one he's locked in. I think it's only funnier because it shows his face close. Like, he looks fat.
Well, and because he looks so goofy, like his facial expression. Because like he's dialed in, but like he just looks like a boy.
Look at this. I'm about to send you a picture of when he signed the Jordan deal and got signed by the Pelicans. He literally looks like a different human. It's the chin that gets me.
Yeah.
When you start having the fat
Well,
person
and he's
chin,
still
it's-
like cut.
No,
And
I
think,
know.
like, there's no chance that he's cut anymore.
No, not at all. So, well,
I
we'll
want to
see.
see him on the court so badly.
I need to see, but I want to
without
see
losing
fat
weight.
Zion on the court.
Yeah.
I want to see
Exactly. Like when Harden was warming up. That's what we need.
Yeah, we
We need those pictures.
The Harden last year was an anomaly. He'd come up, he'd be skinny, and he'd be fat in Houston. The second he got traded to the Brooklyn, he came out looking like
Felt like 40 pounds. It's like you had a wrestling meet later.
He just like threw up 1,000 times in between afterwards. I think he is trying to eat himself out of New Orleans, but it's not gonna work.
It's a tough place to eat yourself out of.
Yeah, it's the way you eat yourself into.
Yeah, right. Once you start eating, you're not leaving.
The
He might
Czars-
just value like the New Orleans cuisine more than he values getting another NBA contract at this point.
It's probably
Cajun food did him dirty.
the Cajun tube did do him dirty. The Wizards slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, they look pretty bad actually.
Sorry.
So we'll see. I have faith in Coach Unseld. That he'll right the ship.
Good old Wes.
Yeah,
West will get
it doesn't feel like they're going to be the 1 seed in the East anymore, which it did for like a couple games.
All right, I got a question. If Kevin Durant chose the Knicks, I feel like they'd have an NBA championship right now. They'd be the defending NBA champs.
Yeah, possibly.
I really think Kevin Durant screwed it up. Could have gone anywhere in the league, and he chose to play with Kyrie Irving. And now look at
Well, I don't think he predicted COVID to happen.
Well, he knew Kyrie was a nut job.
That's only half the battle, though. You needed like some external circumstance
That's true.
to truly send Kyrie away. Because him being a nut job takes him out of a couple games and gives you some weird headlines and some toxic team chemistry. When you throw an unprecedented pandemic into the mix, everything just goes down.
He's got to be kicking himself though.
Durant?
He's now wasting 3 years.
I wouldn't say wasting. I mean, they're still really good.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not going to win it this year if they don't have Kyrie.
Probably not.
And
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Last year, they lost to the Bucks because Kyrie couldn't stay healthy, and then the year before that, he was injured. So I guess that wasn't a waste. It would have been the same way anyways. But
Yeah.
I don't know. He's really screwing the pooch, and Kyrie's not helping him whatsoever. And I don't feel bad.
No, I don't feel bad either.
No, but
All I have to do is look at his hair or his legs, and it just is like, ugh, he shouldn't be winning anything.
Durant or
Yes.
Kyrie.
It's hard to look at.
He's a lanky boy, and I love watching him play though. But
Yeah. No, he is fun to watch.
he's I feel like he's definitely wasting his time. But that being said, good. Like he deserves it after after he got it. This is the rings that it's karma. It's making up for the OKC.
Yeah.
Or not OKC,
Yeah. No one has any pity for him.
No, definitely not. But what do you do if you're the Nets?
Hope that
Hope that
vaccine
Kyrie comes
requirements lifted.
back? Just hope and pray.
No chance he gets vaccinated.
At this point, if he's already missing
chance.
half the season, there's he's not going to get
Yeah.
vaccinated at this point. You can't trade him. Who's going to trade him? Trade for him.
He also doesn't seem like a guy who's like cares that much about the ring, especially because he already has
The
one.
ring? I don't think he cares about basketball. You can't say that you care about basketball and then have this happen.
Yeah.
Can't happen. So he's a loser. He always has been, and he always will be. So screw you, Kyrie Irving.
I'm sick of hearing about it though.
I am
Like,
too.
can we just
Him and
forget
Simmons.
about it? Simmons, I feel like I haven't heard of in a while. I feel like all the
Well,
time
yeah,
on
because
Twitter. I see
again,
something about
what are you
Irving.
gonna do with Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
The only logical explanation is a swap between the two, but you're just
That would be
trading zeros
beautiful.
for zero. Unless actually the Nets would love him.
Yeah,
I feel
and
like
the
he'd be
Sixers
perfect
would like
on-
Kyrie. I don't see why not.
I don't see why not either. Besides, I don't know how Philly is with COVID.
Or how Philly is with a character like Kyrie Irving.
That's true. Or how Kyrie
Might
Irving
not
is.
be.
Like he could be like, oh, I got traded from traded from the Nets. You know, it was God's sign telling me to never play basketball again.
Yeah.
I hate the city of Philadelphia, and I will see you guys all later. Like I feel like if he got traded, he'd go to the podium. He'd go, "I will never play for this team. I have millions of dollars anyways, and a ring. Suck my dick."
Yeah.
So,
But he turned it into some like
gospel
weird,
speech.
not
Yeah.
not I was gonna say political, but not even political. Just
No, it's not even. It's
I
just
don't
like
know.
spiritual.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, spiritual.
It's spiritual.
That's the word.
God, what a loser. All right, I think that does it. I think we hit on everything. Is baseball gonna happen?
You're asking the wrong guy. And I don't. The problem is, I don't think there's a right guy to ask.
What
I have no idea.
Red Sox got Jackie Bradley Jr. back. What? I mean, cool. Does that do anything for the team? You know more than I do.
On defense.
That's fair. Cool. I thought I liked Hunter Renfroe though, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I liked the illusion of them. Cool. Anyways, that does it. We'll see everybody Friday for you're gonna get a Brady that's very stressed out of cramming for chemistry. But
You don't have if you gotta
nah,
do your thing. You don't have to record.
It's at 7:30. I could squeeze in a pod. I'm gonna need a break. I need a break from studying anyway, so
It's true.
can't,
iPods are short and sweet too.
Yeah. Can't do and you can't overwork the brain, you know.
It's true.
All right. We'll see everybody Friday, and